Welcome to Brussels to call for a new European trade policy, the consequence of a complete boycott of Russia for what I'm calling since 1 year, and we have only done it piecemeal, and that was very, very wrong. We have to completely ban and interdict and forbid all trade with Russia here from the European Union and all EU candidate countries. So no to any trade with Russia anymore, and obviously then the result is opening to the West. And all these 10 free trade agreements, which I'm calling for since I worked here in Brussels in the year 2000 to 2004. And then there was this big fight with the protectionists, Lange and Macron. He was probably still a child then. Anyhow, it's an absolute disaster. What we need now, fast-tracking all these trade agreements, is the free trade agreement with the United States of America, the ratification of the Mercosur agreement, the conclusion of the free trade agreement with the African Union, with Australia and New Zealand. New Zealand, we have made progress. Australia is a big shame we don't have that already. And then obviously with the Gulf Cooperation Council, with India, with Pakistan, with ASEAN, of course Philippines and Indonesia. We are almost ready with that. What a shame we have not concluded it. Shame, 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 triple shame, Macron. I'm getting so angry. And the German Social Democrats is one of the worst parties in Europe. They've led us into this war. They've led us into this disaster with their Russian policy, and this coalition of the French Social Democrats and the German Social Democrats and the French protectionists is responsible for the misery and the war by their appeasement policy, but also by their trade policy, obviously. So cut the ties with Russia and open to the West, open to the world. This is the logic. I'm really getting excited with all this disaster policy in Brussels by the French and the Germans. This must change now, and we must have these following agreements. I repeat, the USA TTIP can have a different name, must be concluded. Obviously, the Mercosur ratified, the African Union, and of course the Gulf Cooperation Council, Uzbekistan, Pakistan, and of course India. Then the ASEAN, of course, first of all with Indonesia and with the Philippines, and then also Australia and New Zealand. And shame all who are against it. They are the enemy of freedom. They should be punished for their sinful hate against foreigners, for their populism and xenophobia, their protectionism, their anti-Semitism, because that's all behind it. If you hate freedom, then you do this protectionist. To keep the status quo, to defend the indefensible, to be irresponsible. Because of course these are free trade agreements, these are fair trade agreements, they are on a regulated basis organizing trade in the world. This is how the free world works. And shame all who are against it on their green or left or nationalist or Russian funded populism. This is absolutely a disaster and must be changed. Thanks a lot. More to come from Pax Europiana here. Open the European Union to the free world. Thanks a lot. All the best. Bye.